Greetings there, my fellow medieval peasants. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Medieval Dynasty. Episode 8. Sometimes playtesting doesn't pan out. Do I like this or Bellwright more? This is more polished. There was a lot of, and I think that you can play this longer than Bellwright. Bellwright's a lot of fun if you like combat. Bellwright is more combat-oriented than this game, but I think this game is a better village builder. Alright, so what we need left is 22 logs. 22 logs left. But yeah, saving and loading didn't change that at all. I think what I'll do is I'll just put sticks in here, and I'll move these sticks into general storage later on. But I'll, just to save myself some running distance, I'll just use that box temporarily.
The heat is
And if I want to check the management, the oats field is... Oh, actually, what... Oh, they work on the rye field. Oh, it's not telling me anything.
bearable.
I'm sure he's working. I don't need to check on him, because it hasn't thrown errors. I was hoping to see... Normally you can see the progress of these individual fields. And the nice ad is at mood 35, which is really not that bad. It's not 0 to 100, it's negative 100 to positive 100. Negative 100 meaning the most miserable villager you could possibly have, and positive 100 meaning the most happy villager you could possibly have. And I really only have built him a house with no decorations, and he's drinking well water and eating dried meat. So the fact that his mood is already 35 is, like, honestly pretty good. The first tab was the color-coded... Oh yeah, here we go. So, like, here's the flax field, where this is unsown and this is unplowed, or unfertilized. So you can see the status of the field. So what is he's working... Oh yeah, here we go. So the rye field, it threw me for a loop, because he's grubbed up the entire rye field. It's just unfertilized. So the entire rye field is plowed. Or grubbed. Which meant, like, prepared for farming. And then he hasn't touched the carrots field, and hasn't touched the oats field.
What is...
I was contemplating having a death counter. Normally trees don't kill you like that, but somehow I wedged myself underneath the tree and it just, like, stayed on me. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to go to main menu and just, like, save scum. I did just quick save and load, like, a moment ago to try to fix the bug. So it isn't that much time lost, but that was hilarious. I dodged backwards to get out of the birch and then went forwards before it, like, fully settled on the ground and just, like, was like, Birch God, take me. Take me into my birch brethren. And, yeah, I done squished myself. It's funny, because I had mentioned, multiple times that, trees are lethal. Generally, they're not that lethal. Generally, when they fall on you, you lose, like, half your health or so. But I think it was just, like, a weirdness about me squishing myself underneath a tree that was, like, flattening. Yeah. Don't... So, that death was strictly educational. Yep, that was entirely intentional to demonstrate, from a tutorial standpoint, the dangers of trees. Yep, that's... Oh, and I forgot that my inventory is completely full of logs. I should have gone to the woodcutter. Yep, that was just me demonstrating the threats that that trees impose. Yeah, you're welcome. So when you die, you can respawn for skill loss, I believe, right? Death. I don't die often enough in game to even know. Penalty, medieval, dynasty, or become the next character. Where's the death penalty? Okay, back to construction. We're almost done with this. I know this has been a brutally long construction project because of the plank to tile bugs. I didn't realize. I would have done thatch, but I could do thatch for this section because it's partial. In fact, let's just do it. We'll have a mixed roof. So now all it needs is 16 straw. Because I'm tired of... So we'll have a mixed roof, and once I have the logs, we'll finish it. So that's one of the nice things about the houses, is they don't have to be of all one material. So we have 4 planks that we just recovered from that partial roof. I have 4 birch saplings to put down, which I'll do in a minute. Well, let's get that roof done so we can hire someone. Unfortunately, given the time of day, it's going to be another one of these situations where I go to town and it's going to be too late in the day for me to trade, I think. Because it's already 8 p.m. So maybe what I'll do is leave. I won't, I'll do something else until then. Because I don't want to spend the time running into town and still, yet again, not be able to buy seeds and fertilizer and trade with the merchants. So after I get this house done, what do you want me to do next? Improving the village would probably be me building another house for a well keeper, or building a workshop. Damn.
It's hot.
Broke my hammer. Improving gear would be me working towards smithy, so that I can actually make copper tools. Earning money would be me trying to grind out some resources to be able to bring to market. So you guys can choose. I'll leave it up to you. Here we go. Another house. And my taxes should have gone up. Maybe it hasn't recalculated yet, but it will go up as a result of having yet another house on my property. All right. At this point, taking a look at the management, let's go thresh the flax. I think you're right. They calculate during season change. So I'm going to thresh all of our flax. And I have fast crafting on, so instead of having to do this 148 times, we just do this once. So as a result, I have 148 flaxseed. And then the actual flax itself. So in here, I'm depositing the flaxseed. Some of it we could grind up if we wanted to, but I don't really have a way to process it into bread or whatever. So there's no real point in that. But processing flax, as you can see, creates the flax stalks too, which will be able to turn into clothing once I have the proper production facilities. So working towards sewing hut and smithy are going to be really important. You guys want me to improve gear? So I am going to build a workshop to level up my production. Where did it go? That's a good question. I'm a little worried about that being a bug. I should have gotten the flax stalks. And I didn't? And I don't know why. Let me check the barn again. I might need to actually get off of the public testing. Because it seems not to be working correctly. Oh, when was my... I'm going to load this autosave and see if I still have the flax. But yeah, I think I need to jump off the public testing branch, which will take me a minute. Because there are some things that are just wrong. The plank issue was like workable, but this flax issue is not. This flax issue is like game-breaking levels of problematic if I can't actually make linen clothing. Because that is will be a huge... No, this was right at the wrong... Okay, sorry about the load of the quick save. So I think what I'm going to do here is reload the game, change the branch I'm on, and then return to finishing on that hut. So just give me one moment. So what were we missing? When you thresh flax, you're supposed to get flax stalks, which you can turn into linen, and flax seed. You're separating the wheat from the chaff, or the seeds from the chaff, essentially. And I didn't get the flax stalks, which you turn into like linen clothing, flax clothing. And without that, I literally won't be able to clothe myself. It's almost the entire reason I'm sewing flax is for the clothing. So when I threshed it, it just didn't work. I don't know why. So I am changing the branch that I'm playing from the test branch to the public branch that I know will work. And the other thing I could do is loading into the quick save, I can check to see if the log to plank ratio is resolved as well, which I suspect it to be. So, fingers crossed, all's well. I didn't run into any of these issues playing the stable public branch in playtesting, so this was just like a test branch that apparently needs a little bit more work. Alright, I've got 8 logs. Will I get 16 planks? Please, game. Yes, I got 16 planks. Woo! As I was supposed to get.
The heat is unbearable.
But I'm still quite lazy, so I'm going to just thatch these and plank it later. But I did get the correct amount of planks. So now I have, previously I had a lot fewer planks than this, so that part looks good. And then I'll go, I'm saving now, just quick save. I'm going to go thresh my flax and make sure I get flax stalks.
I'm rousting out of here.
So you checked the VOD and it claimed I got the stocks, but it was missing. Yeah, and it did. I checked all the storages. It should have been in my inventory. And if it wasn't in my inventory and it wasn't in the storages, it just got deleted. So here we go. I have 296 flax. I'm going over the threshing. Threshing it. I have now flax stalks and flax seed. And in my inventory, flax stalks. Yeah. I was supposed to. That is correct. Okay, cool. So those flax stalks will turn into clothing soon. Okay, let's go and build that workshop finally. Buildings. Production workshop. So I'm going to put the workshop next to the resource production building. I'll just put it here. Actually, I'm going to put the workshop closer to the woodcutter because the workshop is a lot. You do a lot of like wood stuff, woodworking with it. But I think this stump is in the way. It's nice to give me early access to the DLC, but yeah, it was a mixed blessing, let's say. So I'm back on public, which means I no longer have access, unfortunately, to the
I'm roasting out of here.
To the tree planting type stuff that I had. It's now gone. But I can still do orchards, so it's gone, but like there's other types of tree planting that I still have access to. Don't forget to finish the house. Yeah, I will. I need 16 straw for that. Well, I suppose the good news is I didn't build a lot of that Echoes of Nature DLC stuff, because I'm not really sure what would have happened had I built that and then tried to, like, load a save that didn't have access to that. So it's maybe a blessing in disguise, whoa, that I
what a scorcher.
Ran into the issue that I did and had to revert before I really got into it. But yeah, the Echoes of Nature stuff is just about purely cosmetic. The DLC, what it primarily does is it adds access to decorations that you can build around your village that changes with the seasons. So it looks real nice, but it doesn't add a lot of function.
Out of here.
Oh, I know better not to stand under that. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Put food on my family. I guess you need to be of a certain age to get that joke. It's pretty obscure. Alright, I am encumbered. Let's also make a spare wooden hammer, because the one I currently have is about to go kaput. So the concept here is the workshop that I'm building is going to be a taxed building. So it is going to increase my tax burden. But the hope is I'll be able to level up my production skill with the creation of this workshop, allowing me to gain access to the smithy earlier, which will ultimately allow me to make a lot more money. That's the theory. Because the smithy and the tailor are big money makers. The smithy allows you to make metal tools at 50 technology, and then the sewing hut allows you to make clothing at 100 technology. But it's going to be difficult for me to get up to that technology level without a workshop. So that's what the workshop's for. Additionally, the workshop will allow me to make things like wooden bowls and wooden cups, which are going to be useful in order to eventually feed my village. Because when you're making meals in a kitchen, you have to have bowls for the meals or cups for the drinks and things like that. Plus buckets. I mean, that's another one. My well worker does buckets are actually kind of expensive to buy. So being able to make your own buckets at a workshop is going to be really helpful, so that you supply water at a well without having to buy like expensive buckets, because everything wears out over time, including buckets. So if you don't end up making buckets, you end up running out of them sooner or later. And I'm going to need a break for food and water in a second here, because my character is, like, dying. Hey, Wasteland! How's it going today? What were you playing? Let me, give me 1 second for the shout out. Oh, some 7 days? Are you on the test branch? I have not played it myself, but I've heard about it. It sounds pretty fun. I saw, some other streamers streaming some of the test branch stuff. Oh, and, resub. Thank you. And welcome to the stream. Okay, so the workshop and the house both need 16 straw apiece, so I need 32 straw to get them all done. Let's do it. This is the last straw. But no, it isn't. I will inevitably need so much more straw. And before I keel over dead due to starvation, let's do that too. Oh, also let's check on Nisad's progress. So he definitely fully grubbed up the rye field. It's done. He has not touched the oats or the carrots. Yo, bud. Why'd you stop?
Hello. Have a good day.
As he, like, pulls a torch out to my face. Flame on, Johnny. Yeah, so here you can see the bucket of water that we put in has already 2% wear and tear on it. I'm going to eat the dried meat. Actually, the dried meat's going to keep longer than the roasted meat. So I'm going to eat the roasted meat first. And I'm going to need to go hunting soon, because I just ate, like, almost all the food that was available. So we have 106 food, 30 a day. We still have 3 days of food left, but I did just wolf down an enormous amount of food. He does not have, as far as I know, he doesn't have broken tools, because there would have been a warning about it, but I can always go into the resource storage and check that he has hose. Yep, he's got 3 wooden hose left. I think he just stopped for the day, because they don't work 24/7. They're not worker drones. They're not robots, automatons. So he just worked a bit for the day and then took a break. Work hours were over. Whereas my character has not slept all of spring. Because my work ethic is horrible. But you know, I'm in a marathon, so who cares? I'll sleep when I'm dead. Or sleep when a tree hits me? That's a different kind of sleep. That's a bit of a permanent sleep. A deep sleep, if you will. You really want to check out Medieval Dynasty again? It's really well polished now. I mean, it's funny that I say that because the test branch that I was just on a moment ago, like, had some bugs that I needed to then jump off the test branch. But apart from that, it's pretty decent. I like it. Oh, you know what? I miscounted. I need 16 more straw for this roof. Oh well. There's always more river. And logs. I didn't see that section. These roofs are 4 sections, not 2. So I need 16 more straw and 1 more log. Cheers. It's funny. I look at my house, it's just meat. What you hiding in your house? Oh, nothing. Just some meat. Hey, I just unlocked kitchens. The apples that were in this bundle were somewhat decayed, which makes me think that if you don't pick up stuff you find in the wild, when you find it, it starts to decay. Before I forget, I should also try to find where that pile of limestone was up on the mountainside, too. So, limestone is an insulation material. So let me just demonstrate real quick. When you have a house, the basic stone gives you a really good base of insulation, but you can add to it by adding additional limestone. So here's Nisad's house, and I've just insulated a section of it with limestone. Which means that the wood demand to keep the house heated would have decreased. And it also keeps them happier. So he was happiness 35, and it's actually going up a bit. It's probably going to go up to 36 because I partially insulated his house. And a fully insulated house with a fully wood-tiled roof is going to provide the most amount of insulation happiness. Which, you know, I intend to offer sometime down the line. That oat beer, however, is not going to be offered to him. I am still super poor, so all the alcohol that I find, I'm bringing to sell because it's worth a lot of coin. So, I'm a very nice landlord, but I ain't providing the booze for free. Not yet, at least. Not until I get tavern tech. And yeah, it does give it a really nice lime-washed look, which I like as well. Upgrading a house at night would not make you happier? Oh, me neither. But, you know, I got a toddler, so I'm not really sure I sleep anyway. Curious how IRL limestone actually acts as insulation. I think what it's doing is it's like lining the previous cobble with lime, making the walls thicker or something. I don't know. I'm not like an insulation engineer or builder IRL. The other types of walls where you add daub, that makes a lot more sense. Wattle to daub, it would be a big deal. I also leveled up in, so skills in production. So let's go ahead and spend points to increase the amount of experience gained from workshop and smithy. Because that's going to be huge. I'm about to finish a workshop, So I'm going to gain, instead of 5% bonus experience, 15% bonus experience, which is going to help me get to smithy tech so much faster. And you guys are saying it's plugging the holes in the cobble? Yeah, like mortar sealed. It makes sense. So here's the workshop. And the way this works is initially I can only build simple torches, which you can see the price over there is 3 gold a piece. They suck. They're terrible money makers. Don't buy them. Some of these also I don't necessarily have the ingredients for. So like some of the ones that are going to be most useful is buckets. So I'm going to buy the scheme for buckets, which cost me 100 coin. And then I can craft like 5 buckets, which is going to allow me to supply a lot more water to my village. Plus, some of the buckets, some of the items were taken in the meantime. Wait, what? 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 I'm so confused. Well, how'd I make buckets and not make buckets? Okay, hang on a minute. I don't know what's happening to the planks, but the game is like, hey, you don't have planks to make the buckets out of, so I'm going to go fetch the planks manually. I did not run into this issue before. I don't know what's going on. But alright, I have the planks on me, so let's go try to make the buckets again. Definitely quick save, because I'm not really sure what's happening. Well, one of the reasons to buy so the buckets don't sell for a lot, but one of the reasons to buy the buckets is going to help to supply the water for the village. There we go. So I got my 5 buckets. And then let's go well up water in all 5 buckets. So we have 184 water available, and we're about to have like 1,000. I don't think it was out of range, but maybe it was right at the edge of range, and that's what it was complaining about. That's what I would assume. The moment I started crafting, I was outside of the range. I like leaned forward and I left range. Maybe I'll move that workshop like an inch towards town or something. And that should resolve that. Oh, and extraction just leveled up. So here we go. I've got over 1,000 water. And also leveled up extraction. So with a higher level extraction, let's see. I would like to gain more experience for breaking down structures. Because eventually these simple houses, I will want to get like larger houses because it will make my people happier. So I know I'm going to be breaking down some houses in the future. All right, Hammer. You are going to move. Oh, moving is a DLC thing. Yeah, whatever. I'll be fine. So, am I at the edge? Yes, that's exactly what it was. I just so happen that this workbench is right at the edge of the resource range. I can't believe it. It won't. I use the workshop so infrequently in the future that it's really not going to be an issue. It's not a big deal. The smithy and the sewing would be a big deal, but I was planning on having those be a lot closer to the thing. So what I wanted to do is to do something in this workshop enough that I level up my production to 50 to unlock the smithy. So right now my production is 2559, and I want to do something in batch enough to be able to unlock and because I have 300 sticks, maybe I'll just make like a crap ton of wooden spoons. Or actually torches sell for pretty good. So I'm going to make a bunch of torches. Out of sticks and leather. Oh, you know what? It's probably going to not allow me to do this because I'm at the edge of the resource zone. Yep. All right, so let's go get the... That's going to be annoying. Let's go get the sticks and leather. And then that will encourage me to go hunt things that drop leather for more torches. So essentially, I'm trying to mass produce torches for profit. And then the meat I'm getting, what I can do with the meat is I can let it intentionally spoil so that I get a lot of fertilizer tomorrow when it becomes the first of fall, allowing me to fertilize the rye field. Hey, bunny. So there's two types of torches. There's like simple torches, which burn out and aren't very reusable. And then there's the nicer torches made of leather, which last a lot longer. So I'm making the nicer torches, and they're also worth so much more money. Will the lumber mill be out of range too? That range doesn't affect the NPCs, so that doesn't matter. And the torches I just batched gave me a look, I'm already 31.5. So it's not going to be a lot of torches until I get that smithy. And then once I get that smithy, the amount of production experience that I'm going to get from having a smithy and like cranking out copper stuff will be a lot. That will give me a huge boost. So right now, I'm going hunting. So let's go ahead and fetch all my arrows. So we've got copper arrows. I'm going to hook up iron arrows. I'm going to basically just go headlong into hunting. So the current priority is hunt for leather and make torches for experience. Jump to the unstable branch, move the building, and then swap back. Maybe if it becomes an issue, I'll consider that. But it's like a gig of download every time I want to swap branches, and there's no telling if the save file will corrupt. So the deer that used to be here, I have displaced as a result of building into their territory, but there's deer up this way, close by, that I'll be able to get just up the hill. Thank you for tuning in to Medieval Dynasty, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a marathon. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind I've asked for no spoilers, so don't spoil it for anyone else in the comments. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you at next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Medieval Dynasty players.